This gentleman worked for 30 years in the police force, and just protecting him, thinking of my family, you know.
You've got a gentleman here that not only defended your country, but protected your community. What we're really doing here, I mean, it's a big deal.
When you think 90 years old, all this man has been through in his life.
Yeah.
You know, like you said, you go there as a kid, you know, 20 years old, fighting for our country.
And he's to the point in his life where he's like, nobody's ever given me anything. He couldn't believe it. He said it was too good to be true.
That's Phil. Mr. Phelps, my name is Scott Oliver.
Darling, glad to
Scott.
meet you. My name's John.
No, I just wanted to say thank you, like I said, for all you've done for us.
Well, what I done for you, I done for everybody.
You're right.
Japanese hit Pearl Harbor, and I was 17 on the 24th. So I joined the Navy, went to St. Louis to swear in, and on the 28th of December, I was a full-fledged sailor. We were an organization that was formed to guard the Seabees when they were laying down the airstrips and stuff there on the island. And our job was to see that keep them as safe as possible. It was my understanding that we were the ones that stopped the Japs there. They were on their way to Australia and spent the rest of the war in the New Hebrides. Manufacturing aircraft parts, ailerons, rudders, so forth. At that time, part of the plane was fabric. If there was no structural damage to it, we would just take Scotch tape, big rolls of Scotch tape, and slap over the bullet holes, send them right back out again. We were hit with the bombers, the Jap bombers, and we'd go get in that big latrine. And we had, I never will forget, we had one boy on there was an atheist. He said, "No, I don't believe in that other crap." So I'm an atheist. I never seen so many praying sailors in my life. For a long time I had bad dreams and things, but I'm leveled out now. I'm in pretty good shape. I spent a lot of time trying to forget all that stuff, and it eventually leaves you. It never does completely leave you. Yeah, we've been together now 42 years. She held off for a long time, though.
My daughter and I were downtown. He was patrolling the area, and he happened to go by and see us. And he came in and asked us where were we going. And that just kind of got it started. My daughter, she was young. She was 7, and she used to want to go get ice cream all the time. And it was actually to see him. She didn't care about the ice cream. She wanted to see John. And after 5 years, she says, "Mom, I want my dad. It's time."
My dad's very important to me.
His family comes before him, always has.
Very hard to see my dad this way.
And it hurts all of us to see him like he is.
He's a strong, very strong person, and he never asked for anything. Never, ever in his whole life.
He fell and broke his femur bone 3 years ago. Before that, he was able to cut his grass, climb up on the ladder to clean his gutters. Anything needed doing, he did. A couple months ago, he fell and broke his vertebrae, fractured one, and that's kind of put him in the wheelchair. Cannot get in and out of the bed now because of the severe pain.
The phone rang, and it was Derek, and he said, "Tina, your dad won the tub." And I was like, I just couldn't believe it. And I told my dad, he's like, "No, and being my dad, being a police officer, and very protective his whole life of me. And no, this has got to be a scam."
I said, "I hope to God it's true for you and me both." But I said, you know, these days you never know.
I talked to Derek, and he said, I'll fly you in. And I said, Derek, do you mind if we get a car too? He said, no, get a car.
Hoping that it will help the pain and get him where he can move better without having so much pain. And he's always liked to take baths. And since we've moved here and he fell, he's not been able to take a bath. He takes showers. And I'm so scared that he's gonna fall, that I'm always right there. But if he falls, then we're probably both gonna fall.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. This is one of the greatest things that possibly ever happened to me. But to be able to sit in a good, hot, soaking tub of water and be able to get out of it when I'm through and not have to hang on to stuff to keep from falling. That's a good deal. Oh, man. How about that? I know it's going to do me a heck of a lot of good because I'm in constant pain in my hips.
This is my first time, John, actually doing a Safe Step Cares program. We've been doing it for a couple years. It's just great. Like I said, to meet you guys. Like I said, I looked at what you've done for our country. Men and women just like you, that keep us safe every day. Your service as a police officer, I mean, just your whole life you have given back. I'm so thankful that I can do it. That the Lord's blessed us enough that we can give back. That after you take a bath and after you start feeling relaxed and after you start enjoying it, that's what's so great about it. Just the 6 months after, when we come back and visit with you, John, after a year or so, and just see how you feel.
Every time I go to my dad's, I sign in on the wood. I'll sign in again in November.
It's still like a dream. I'm scared I'm gonna wake up. It's just been great with Safe Step doing this for us. It's just one less thing I have to worry about.